morning. I'm Gabrielle Thomas alongside meteorologist Mary Ellen Pan. When I came this morning, it was a wet one. So how's the weather shaping up today?
Yeah, we still have some light showers falling across the area. So definitely just want to take it easy if you're headed out this morning. You can see here in our Hershey Skycam the roads still looking wet with some light showers falling. Winds will be increasing as we head through the morning and afternoon and become quite breezy. So here's a look at our Storm Team Live Radar Network and Live Local 8. You can see the light showers continuing to rotate through the area, becoming more spotty in nature the further west you go. But you could see light rain from Harrisburg to York, east of Gettysburg, but you head over towards Lebanon and Lancaster, still seeing some showers there. It's easing up a little bit in Lebanon, but more moderate pockets of rain falling in Paradise, Lancaster County, up towards New Holland and Terry Hill. As we head through the morning, this storm system that's bringing us the rain that brought us the storms yesterday continues to lift to the northeast, and then I'm focused on a cold front coming in from the northwest. Later today could produce a few showers, maybe an isolated strong to severe storm. Right now there is a flood warning in effect for far northeastern Dauphin County and a real small portion of Lebanon County, but most of the area is quiet. No watches, warnings, or advisories at this time for the majority of the area. However, there is a marginal risk for our southern counties, southern Franklin County, Adams County, York County, and Lancaster County that an isolated storm could be on the severe side. Main threat would be gusty winds. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 50s, and here's a look at your 12-hour forecast. Winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusts to 30 miles per hour today. I have made it an impact period between 1 and 4 just because we have that isolated chance for strong to severe storms. Notice those temperatures. Yesterday we were in the upper 70s. Today we're only going to be in the upper 60s. I'll have more on those storms coming up.
And our storm team coverage continues throughout the newscast. You can also download the News 8 app to your mobile device and turn on alerts to get the very latest forecast, interactive radar, and traffic updates anytime, anywhere. At a rally in Pittsburgh celebrating the so-called partnership between Pennsylvania-based U.S. Steel and Japan's Nippon Steel, President Donald Trump says he is doubling tariffs on foreign steel and aluminum starting next week. Washington correspondent Jackie DeFusco joins us live. So, Jackie, what could this mean for Americans?
And Gabrielle, increasing tariffs on foreign steel could potentially hike prices for this metal that's obviously key for things like housing, cars, and more. But President Trump told this crowd of steelmakers in Pennsylvania last night that this would also help to protect American industry. Take a listen.
We don't want America's future to be built with shoddy steel from Shanghai. We want it built with the strength and the pride of Pittsburgh.
President Trump later clarified on social media that he plans to raise tariffs on both foreign steel and aluminum from 25% to 50% starting on Wednesday. Also last night, the president touted what he called a new partnership under which Japan's Nippon Steel will invest in Pittsburgh-based U.S. Steel. The president previously opposed a merger on the campaign trail. And the head of the United Steelworkers Union remains skeptical about the impact on national security, among other things. Some of the details of the deal do remain unclear at this time, such as how ownership exactly will be structured. The president was asked last night if Nippon is acquiring U.S. Steel.
It's controlled by the United States, and more importantly, they're spending the money on brick and mortar. You can't take it. What are you going to do? Pick it up and move it to Japan? That's not going to happen.
Under this partnership, as President Trump has called it, he says that Nippon would invest an additional $14 billion in U.S. steelmaking, that there would be no layoffs in Pennsylvania and places like it, and that also there would be $5,000 bonuses for those workers on the ground, which got a heavy cheer from the audience last night, certainly. The president also did make clear last night while speaking to reporters that he has not actually seen a final copy of this agreement and that it still needs to be formally approved. Back to you, Gabrielle.
And Jackie, can you remind us how steel tariffs fit into the legal battle that escalated this week?
Yeah, the legal battle this week that really threw a lot of President Trump's tariff regime into jeopardy did not actually target the sector-specific tariffs from steel to aluminum to foreign-made cars. Those were actually imposed under a different authority than the one that underpins most of the country-specific tariffs that President Trump has imposed on, again, most countries around the world, including those so-called reciprocal tariffs that President Trump made that he he announced on what he branded as Liberation Day last month. So this week, what had happened was that the U.S. Court of International Trade ruled that President Trump exceeded his authority when it comes to those country-specific tariffs. However, then a federal appeals court did step in and say that the administration would, at least for now, be able to continue collecting those duties while this legal battle continue to play out and go through the courts. Gabrielle.
Jackie, thank you. Well, steel prices have climbed 16% since Trump became president in mid-January, according to the government's Producer Price Index. Before